Why do you wear the fake hair today?
Because this is what I woke up and chose that I wanted to do today.
So how often do you wear your natural hair?
I probably wear my natural hair like.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Arlene podcast, and today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind, where we discuss trauma in this conversation and how trauma affects us in this incident. So the one question I want to ask: do you think black men pretend to like natural hair? Do you think they pretend to like girls that come out with their own real hair? That's a question that needs to be asked.
What's your favorite hairstyle on a woman?
That one right there. Excuse me.
I like a little quick weed side part, yeah. Lay it down. They gotta look good. Lay it down.
Oh, that slick back bun. You see everything. The whole nine.
Yeah.
You know.
I say them
all of it.
them butterfly locks. Them locks.
Yeah. And I need that long wavy weed that's touching that ass. Yeah.
I fuck with the pixie cut. That's me first. I like pixie cut. Yeah.
Say I like them big ass braids with the little curls hanging out that bitch.
Talking about like hair.
The truth is, I believe that black men pretend to like natural hair. I'm going to talk about my own journey and also talk about what I have seen and the discourses I have heard. So, growing up, I was a girl who did not wear much, weaves and extensions, because in our church that we used to attend, that was not allowed. And my mom, who's a single mother, did not have enough money to pay for all these things for us. So we didn't grow up experimenting with with weaves, wigs, none of that, because we could not afford it. Not because we didn't want to, it's because we couldn't afford it. So I was always wearing my natural hair out as it is. And, a lot of people, a lot of black men, especially because I was getting at the age of dating, I was like 20, in my 21, 20. So a lot of black men would say, oh, why don't you wear extensions? The ones that I would talk to, why don't you wear extensions? Why don't you wear wigs? Oh, you would look nicer if you would wear a blonde wig, something like that. And then I come online, and then I hear the discourse of like, oh, black men like natural hair. Can you tell me since when they like natural hair? Since when? Since when? It's all just fake for social media. Black men do not like natural hair. They don't. Black men see natural hair as something that is not kept. They see something as like you're struggling. Even if you see in a lot of the African movies, particularly the Nigerian movies, when somebody's suffering and struggling, they have the natural hair. But when they get rich, what do? The first glow up that somebody does is go and get a weave. They start wearing weaves and extensions to showcase that they're no longer in poverty. You see? So they pretend to like natural hair online. But in real life, that is not the case. In real life, they don't like natural hair. And they want to tell us women how we should be. Whether we should wear wigs, whether we should wear weaves, whether we should have our natural hair. They want to dictate how we should be. But they want to dictate that online. Or our black girls need to have more self-esteem. They need to wear their natural hair. But yet in real life, when a black girl is wearing natural hair, they're seen as less. They're seen as you suffering. Even in the Nigerian movies, in the African movies. When a girl is, for example, wearing her hair, they're shown in the poverty line. So I just really do think that black men pretend to like natural hair. They just do. It could be a trauma thing also, that they feel like if a black woman wears natural hair online, it's like it's seen as. But in theory, they like they also love wigs and weaves and all these things. I was told by a ex-boyfriend, that I needed to wear blonde wig, specifically blonde wig. So you don't tell me that man is self-hating. You don't tell me that man prefers a woman with fake hair. And for many us girls, African girls, black girls, we do not wear our hair for men, to please them. We wear men because we wear our hair because we want to actually experiment with our hair in a form of protective hairstyles. So I'm not talking about the incident where you never see somebody with their natural hair every year, like, you know, they're just wearing wigs and weaves as calling a protective style. I'm not saying that's what I'm talking on. That's something else that needs to be studied. How can you wear wigs and weaves for entire year and nobody ever sees your hair, or you never take it out? That's something also in your mind that should change. But I'm talking about the fact that black men, they're fake to like natural hair. You will see a lot of, even online, they go around interviewing young girls. Oh, why don't black girls like to wear their hair? Why don't black girls, as if our hair is their business. Yeah, they are so insecure about their own hair. They want to go have a mixed race baby, so that the mixed race baby does not have their hair. And I have seen and I have heard from a lot of black men, oh, I want to have a mixed baby because I don't want them to have my hair. You know, and then they take this trauma that they have towards their own hair and bring it to us girls, that we hate our hair. But in theory, they hate themselves more because they're the ones running to these different women of race to have kids without afro hair texture. So if they hate themselves, yet they project their hatred onto us. We want to experiment with hair. Our hair, God created it for that way. God created that we can be able to experiment with our hair, with different hairstyles. It doesn't mean that we hate our hair. It does not mean that. But I see a lot of black men online and sometimes outside of online say, oh, black women need to wear their natural hair more. But yet the ones that get picked to be girlfriends or whatever, they're the ones that they're picking to be their girlfriends, the ones with the fake hair. So I just am tired of this whole fakeness when it comes to the whole natural hair discussion. I'm just tired because black men are fake. They're fake as they can be. You don't like natural hair. In your mind, it feels like you do, but you don't. Because I also have heard from black men, oh, I don't want to have kids with kinky hair. Oh, I don't want my kid to come out with the same hair texture as mine. I have heard that. But yet they will come on the same internet and say black women hate themselves. Just make it sense. You hate yourself more. You're the one that don't want to kids. You're the one that don't want children that have your own hair texture. Yeah, you want to project that same hatred that you have for your own hair onto us. So, I don't know. Black men are fake. They like fake hair. They do. That's why in their movies, in the black movies, when a girl is struggling in the village, she has her natural hair. Which I often even think she looks beautiful that way, in that kind of story. But when she's about to glow up or whatever, something happens and she gets money, what does she do? The first thing she does is to wear a wig or a weave, because in the black men mindset, that is considered that you and your wife have achieved a lot. You have made it in life, that now your woman can afford to buy hair. So let's stop with the whole fakeness of saying we like natural hair. You don't like natural hair. You're just faking it. And us women, we don't wear natural hair to please you. Fake hair to please you. Or even extensions to please you. We wear it for ourselves. We wear it for protective styles. We wear it because we want to experiment with hair. We are not doing it for you as a man. So I don't know why black men feels that needs to come online and complain about black women and black women's hair this, black women's hair this. Why is it your business when you hate yourself? You will find a black man in this Australia with the fattest white woman. The fattest, I tell you. The one that white men see and they run away. Black men also really love long hair on black women. So when they're talking about natural hair, that they love natural hair, they're not necessarily talking about falsy or the hair that grows out of us naturally. They're talking about the woman with the natural hair, like, 3C curls, like the mixed race, or the girls with natural hair, but that's up to their butt. That's what they're talking about. So they pretend to like natural hair, but on the girls that have mixed race hair, or on the girls that have long hair, but that's like natural, but it's long. So let's not keep going on and on about how they love natural hair. They don't. That's why they want to have the mixed kids, because they want to live through them. The mixed kids has the hair that they want. Really, think about it. They're obsessed with us girls having long hair, natural long hair, having curly hair, but they're not obsessed with somebody having falsy hair. They're not obsessed with that. That's not what they mean when they say they want a woman with natural hair. They're just fake. They're the fakest group of men I've ever seen. You don't love natural hair. You don't like it. You love 3A hair. The curls are up to your bum hair, but you're not talking about the hair, the falsy hair. You're not talking about that one because you don't even have falsy hair on yourself. That's what pisses me off the most. I used to, before I had my two babies, I used to have long hair. I used to have curly hair. It was probably like a 4A type of texture. It wasn't like curly like the mixed race girl, but it was curly enough for like an East African girl. That's what I would say. When I had my babies and I wanted to, have less maintenance for my hair, I decided to relax it. I relaxed it and it was straight and it was up to my back. Let me tell you, the black men, they really loved the hair. They did. They gave it so much praise. It hit me. They don't like falsy hair, and I'm being honest here. They like the woman with the 3A hair, with the relaxed hair. They just don't want to see women with their natural texture. So they are fake when they say we like natural hair, because it happened to me. With my hair, when I relaxed it, that was when they started saying, oh, you have beautiful hair, because it was relaxed. Even right now, my hair is relaxed. It's just up in a bun. And then at some point in time, my hair started falling out because I had my daughter, and I cut it into a bob. I can tell you, some people were disappointed. Some men were disappointed. But your hair was so beautiful. Why did you cut it into a bob? I'm like, my brother, to me, hair is not everything. But to you guys, because you have low self-esteem, because you have not worked on your trauma when it came to your hair, because probably you were bullied in school due to your, falsy hair, you expect me to have the same experiences as that. Although me too, maybe I was bullied for my, my hairline here. I am really insecure. It comes all the way here. But I don't care whether I have like long hair, short hair, kinky hair. I don't care. As long as it's hair. And that's what a lot of black men need to understand. The hair is hair. Yeah, you like natural hair when it looks a certain way. You don't like it when it looks like the way it comes out of your scalp. You don't like it. You like it when it's relaxed. You like it when it's curly like the mixed race girl. You like it. But you don't like it when it's falsy. And I'm being truthful here because I have seen it. They don't like it. So let's let them stop pretending that they love natural hair. They don't. And the way black men actually talk about natural hair needs to be studied, because these people are the same people that hates their own hair. And I do believe a lot of black men also, the ones with the falsy hair, have trauma when it comes to having falsy hair. Because mind you, they too have experienced bullying because of their hair. Them calling them carpet. I used to hear a lot of the white kids used to call the black boy, falsy hair, carpet this, carpet that. So clearly they've lived with the trauma. And I'm talking about the black men in Australia, not the ones in Africa. I don't know. But they too, if you watch their movies, they think that natural hair is only when you're struggling. And when you start to make money, you start to wear wigs. That's what they think. So I do believe that black men have trauma with their hair, and they're projecting their own trauma onto us. Maybe sadly, they don't have the opportunity to change their hair. They don't. But They need to let us be. We have an opportunity to change our hair because God has created so many ways that we can change our hair. We can. And it is not like low self-esteem or us black women, we hate ourselves because we wear wigs and weaves. It is not like that. But I do understand also there can be a little bit of extremism when a black girl can't step outside of the house without their hair or without a wig on. I can understand that. That's also something that is like, you know, bad about our society and our community, that we as a collective community of girls, sometimes some of us can't even step outside without a wig, knowing that we are naturally blessed with beauty anyways. So that's really something that's like awful. But in general, I would say that black women are secured in themselves. The hair does not define us. We experiment with it, but it is not what defined us as group of, you know, people. It is not. So why do black men want to keep projecting the issues onto us, the self-hatred onto us? You don't like natural hair. Stop faking it. Stop. You don't. And they will say, oh, we would rather wear them like cornrows, natural hair. You don't like that either. You don't. You want a woman to wear the wig, the bust down wig. You do. That's what you find attractive, and it's okay to be honest. It's okay to say, I prefer my woman to wear a wig. But do not try to fit in with the rest of the society and say, oh, you like natural hair. You don't. You're the same man that bullied black girls, little girls, for having nappy hair. I don't like the word nappy, but like, you know, like 4C hair. You were the same man that bullied us. Yet you're coming and say you like natural hair. Get out of here. Stop it. You black men don't like natural hair. You like the concept of it. You like the concept. But do not come out here online and pretend to like natural hair. Going on the street harassing girls. Why do black women like to wear weaves and wigs? Or you guys are self-hating. Why don't the white girls wear 4C hair or kinky hair? Because maybe they don't have the opportunity to experiment. Maybe they don't even know how to do it. Or why do you, if you guys then love your own hair, or why do you wear the hair texture that mix the white girl or the Indian girl? Why do you guys go get Indian hair? You know, it is not your money. I understand us ladies also, we have to come together as black girls and know that we are beautiful no matter what. And we are. Hair does not define us. Hair might define you as a man, but to us black girls, the hair does not define us. I'm sorry, I said it. So that is my take on this whole hair situation, that they want to put us in a box, that we cannot experiment with hair, that we want to be like the Indians, the white, but yet they're the same ones running to marry these women, these different backgrounds of women, so they can have texture that mimics a mixed race child. It's just so sad. Honestly, it's so sad how we don't support each other as a community. Black men have never built anything. They have not. They don't even know how to build a family, yet they want to come and tell us how we should wear our hair. You first go learn how to be a husband. Go and learn to work and build up a society that is working, because at this point in time, you black men as the leader of the communities can't even build a society. Yet you have the audacity, I tell you, coming on the street, asking black women why they wear wigs and weaves. That we hate ourselves. That Indian girls don't wear take a black natural hair wig. But yet you yourself can't even build a home. Obviously, like I say, we live in a society where having straighter hair is seen as beautiful. You do get more opportunity. And beauty privilege is real. And that's what I'll be talking about in my next video. Beauty privilege. So obviously, as girls also, we need to feel like a sense of belonging. If that sense of belonging means wearing, straight wigs, that is it. Because you black men, African men, have not provided us a place where we can actually feel like we belong. A place us not to feel bullied for our hair texture, because you're the same one bullying us. You're the same one bullying us. That you build no structure. You build no homes. You don't even know how to build a family. You create baby mamas everywhere. Yeah, you want to come and tell us how we should do with our hair, what we should do with our own hair. Yeah, you don't even have $5 in your pocket. Get out of here. That's why I get so upset with these things. Black men without even $5, they come and dump their traumas onto us because they were bullied when they were little, kids for their hair texture, and yet they want to dump their traumas onto us that we hate our hair just because we are experimenting with hair textures, with hairstyles. Go learn to deal with your own trauma and leave us alone. Go build a structure that's working. Start with that one and then you can talk. How many times black women complain in the society that they're being bullied for their texture? What have you done about it? So many black women have come out and complained that, they're not respected in workplaces because of their texture. So they wear these hair pieces to fit in. But you as a black man, have you built anything for them to feel like, okay, if you're not protected in this area, you can come I've built something. And I just said there's a racism thing happening towards black men, that they cannot build a working structure. But you have to, first and foremost, they need to seek knowledge. Find out ways to improve the community. Don't focus on our hair. Don't be in a woman's business. It's almost like you want to be in a business as a man. Why you want to be in a business? Go find a manly things to do. Do not come to us with your own issue that the society has put on you and put on us. Go build a home. Go build a structure that's working. Get a group of you men, put money together and buy a block of land. Build something. But no, you don't want to do that. You want to be in our business. You want to be in our hair business. As if that's your biggest issue in life. Hair is your biggest issue. Then they come and fake that they love natural hair. You don't love natural hair. You don't even love yourself. You want to run and marry the big fat white girl that even the white men don't want. Yet you want to come and tell us how we should carry ourselves. Anyways, that is all I wanted to talk about on this topic. I do think black men are fake. I said it is unpopular opinion, but I said it, they are fake. They love to fake things. They love to fake it for social media. But in theory, they like a woman with hair that is straightened. They do. It's happened to me. I used to have natural hair. I just did not. Black men would tell me I need to, experiment. I need to put on wigs and waves. Why don't you wear wigs and waves? It wasn't coming from other black women. It was coming from the black man. So then you come on social media and you talk about bullshit like, oh, we love natural hair, when you know you don't love. You hate natural hair. You hate yourselves. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to my rant about natural hair and within our community. I hope we can do a better job of having these discussions and work together to heal our traumas, especially when it comes to hair. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that we can continue to talk about black issue and our trauma. Thank you very much, and I love you all.